Okay, in this one, I wanted to tell you about how EOQ actually works. So whatever we are telling about EOQ method. So simple example, with a simple example, I'm trying to tell you why economic order quantity is so important and how it actually is going to give the data. Now here we have uh, mm, the annual quantity. For EOQ, you require what ma? 2AB by CS means carrying cost and storage cost, I said. So here I have told you that here we are going to have annual quantity of 4,000. Now on the right side I have it. So annual quantity of 4,000 units I required. The carrying cost is 5 rupees and order cost per order cost is 100 rupees per order. Now here I want to tell you how important the EOQ is. Why it is so, we simply using a EOQ formula, will it gives a best results means of course it gives the best results. So how it is going to give the best results, I'll tell you. Now here I have a 7 different situations. So in this one I am dividing my quantity means the total throughout a year I require 4,000 units and every time like at once I cannot order all the 4,000 units, no. So what I'm doing is every certain period of time I'm going for ordering a different quantity. So one such quantity is 50. Every time I go for ordering 50 units. Every time here in the second situation I'm ordering 100 units, and here I'm going to order 200, like that 400, like that 500, and 100,000 and 2,000. Now on other day I have told you like here we are going to have this one also. Like usually economic order quantity is the one which is going to work like this. Yesterday I have told you that, like for example, this is a case we require. Now this is a quantity I'm going to order. So quantity every time I said every time what we are going to do it, every time we are going to fill the quantity, and once it reaches to the 0 point, again we are going to order the quantity. So that means, for example, whatever I said the example, 50 units. So 50 units I'm going to order it, and these 50 units until it reaches to the 0 point I'm going to go for a manufacturing. Once it goes for 0 point, I'll go for ordering again the same 50 units. Again here the 50 units will be used out and it comes to the point of 0. Again I go for ordering again 50 units. So like this the period actually goes on in this manner So it's not only case of 50. Now I said sometimes I'm planning to go for 100 units. I said second situation is of 100 units, third situation is of 200 units. So what I'm doing, every time I go for ordering 200 units and it reaches to the point 0, again I go for ordering 200, again I'll wait till it reaches to the 0, then I go for ordering. This cycle goes on like this, I said. So that same thing here also we are doing it. So I am telling you this many situations. So one situation is the one I said yesterday, everything should be uniform. Uniformity is very important. So here every time my stock comes to the nil point, I order the same quantity, I said, because other things to be common. What are the other things I said? The number of units to be ordered and the price, those will be common in the economic order quantity. So every time in the first situation, every time my order of quantity is 50 units only. Likewise, in the 50 unit, if I'm talking, every time my order of quantity is 500 only. So that common thing, I'm going to go for it. Now here, what is the average inventory? Just this is not necessary, but still I'm finding out what is the average inventory. So here I'm using it divided by 2. So here on an average, I'm going to order every time this much. So based upon this one, I am average for 50, the average units I require is 25. For 100, I require 50 on an average. On a daily basis or whatever it is, I require this much average stock is a minimum wherein I get cautioned when I have to order. So that is about these things. Now, from this average, I'm trying to find out what is the cost I'm going to bear it on an average, whatever the average stock I have found out on the above line. Now, from this, I'm trying to find out what is the uh, total carrying cost. So, what is mean by carrying cost? I'll tell you. Carrying cost is maintenance cost. Maintenance cost in the sense, like usually I need to have a stock, I said. So when I'm having a stock, I should maintain in the form of power. I need to maintain it carefully. So for that all stock, even sometimes we go for giving paying insurance for the stock. So that kind of a stock cost, we call it as a carrying cost. Means to maintain the stock well, whatever the amount I'm spending for that one, that all I'm going to treat it as a carrying cost. So here the carrying cost on an average stock I'm trying to find out. So here first, to find out what is average stock, what I have done it, whatever the total stock I'm going to order it, on that I simply divided with 2 and I have found out this as an average stock. Now on an average in rupees I'm converting now. So how I'm going to convert it is, again, is equal to, on an average stock I'm trying to find out, not on a total quantity. On an average stock I'm finding, just it's an example, no. So this one into carrying cost, what is the carrying cost here? It is 5 rupees. So this one I'm multiplying it. So here I'm going with this multiplied with the 5 rupees. So is equal to, I'm going to get how much on an average. If I am purchasing every time 50 units, then on average my carrying cost will be 125 rupees every time. Now this is the same thing, how it will be on everything I'm applying. So here I'm using a dollar. Dollar means it is a fixed amount. So here now I'm stretching out. So I'm getting total on an average. For if I am ordering 50 quantity, then every time I have to maintain the cost of 125. If I'm ordering 100 units every time, 250 will be my cost. Likewise, if I am ordering 500, my cost will be 1250 every time. So this is about these things. Now the thing is, okay, every time you are saying the total yearly quantity I require is 4,000. That is a common mark. But I'm saying these 4,000 at once I'm not ordering. First time I'm ordering 50, first and second time again 50, third time again 50. Likewise, n number of times I require, those many times I go for only ordering 50 units only. This is the case one. Likewise, if I'm going for using 500 units as every time my common order, then first time when I go for production, I order 500 units. Likewise, then after the point reaches to the zero, again I go for ordering same 500 units. Likewise, how many times I have to go for it, I'll go for it. Now, this is the way. Okay, I am telling that every time my order should be common with 50, 100, 200. Likewise, I want to know total how many orders I place in a year. If I am going for 50, total in a year, how many orders I will place? I wanted to know. So that's why number of orders. So again is equal to, total quantity is how much? 4,000 divided by, for this one how much? 50. So is equal to 80 times I will place a order in a year. How many times? If I am going with 50 units every time, likewise in a year I have to make 80 orders, it seems. Now likewise I'll go for, again I'll apply here dollar. Now 80, so I'm stretching it out. Now just see here. So if I'm ordering 50 units, I get 80 times I have to order in a year. And if I'm going with 100 units, I should order 40 times. And every 40 times my price will be how much? 250. And if I'm going with 200 order, then it is required only 20 orders are sufficient. Likewise, if I'm going for 2000 every time, then within a 2 orders, my transactions will be completed. But my intention is how less I can make my transactions. It's not important for me. What is very much important? The cost I should minimize. The cost I should minimize means, where we have calculated the cost, we calculated the cost here in this block. Now just see, if I am going for 50 units, my cost is 125. I have to go for spending 125 for 80 times. Now the same thing, if I'm going for my stock of this 100, I have to spend 250. Likewise for 200 order, 500 stock. Likewise for 400, if for quantity I'm ordering 1000. And likewise if I'm going for 500, again my cost is going out. So just observe here, at these particular point, somewhere in this particular point is my cost is minimum. It is 1000 rupees only. Whereas if I'm going beyond this one, my price is increasing, and if I'm going above this one, my price is again increasing. So this is called my economic order quantity. So here I will decide among all these things. I will go for deciding about how much every time I should go for ordering only 400 units, because if I go for ordering every time 400 units, my cost will be minimum. My cost will be minimum. So that is what here the formula of economic order quantity is used. So here just now I have told you, like every time whatever we are going to go for it, this is going to be our cost. So I should not go for ordering less than that nor more than that. Either the cases, my price is increasing. If my price is increasing, my cost of product will increase. So if I want to reduce it, so what is the condition he says? You always have an economic. So which one is the economic order here? It is 400 is the order. So this is the actual process. Now, what is this you have learned? Here, this is the comparison. Now, madam, you can ask, every time we have to go for comparing these all things, madam, it will be very difficult. That is the reason here we are using the formula. So what is the formula here we are using? So I said no. So here every time I'm going to make a order of how much 400. So every time 400 I'm going to order, and I will go for manufacturing till it reaches to the zero. Automatically it reaches to the zero. Then again I go for 400 order. Again I will wait till it reaches zero. Again I my default my order will go to the again 400 order. So likewise I'm trying to go for maintaining a minimal cost. So minimal cost is already it's difficult, Raman. So I'm trying to tell, means that diagram is whatever the table I'm trying to tell, it is not important for you. What is the formula? EOQ formula is what, ma? EOQ formula is equal to, means why, what is the importance of EOQ I'm telling you. So EOQ is equal to 2AB to the root of 2AB. Have phone calculators in front of you. So using with just this simple formula, will I get the solution so easily? That is what the importance of technique here, ma. So usually previously they used to go for finding all these, whatever I have shown in the Excel sheet, they used to go for finding all these things. But using this simple technique, the people can able to. Just now I said what 400 units is the best optimum quantity wherein we can go for getting optimum quantity with a minimum cost, I said. Now when I got to know about all these things, when I prepared this total table in the Excel sheet, I got to know about it. But using this EOQ technique, we can know it very simply. What is that I'm doing here is, now is equal to, how much is the total? The same amount we are going to use. So 2 into A means what? Annual quantity I require. Annual, how much quantity we require, ma? 4000. Now use apply in your calculator. Into B means what? Order cost. Order cost, how much I said? I said 100 rupees. Order cost, how much I said? 100 rupees. If you want, I'll show it here. Just see. Annual quantity is 4000, order cost is 100, and carrying cost is 5 rupees. Now the same thing I'm applying here. Now divided by 5. Please use the calculators and tell me what is the answer you're getting. I'll use my calci here. See, 2 into 2 into 4,000 into, it will be 2 into 4,000 is 8,000 into 100 is equal to how much, ma? 8 lakhs you are getting. 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs divided by 5 I did. So it is how much now? 1,60,000. Now 1,60,000 to the root you do. 1,60,000 to the root. You will get how much? To the root of 1,60,000. I got the answer. Did Raman, you got it? I got the answer as, when I got the answer, here it is 1,60,000 now. So to the root of 1,60,000, if you do in your calculator, you are going to get the answer as 400. Did you get the 400 answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, did you get it? No? Root option is not there. Amma x to the root అని ఉంటుంది చూడు, దాన్ని యూజ్ చేయాలి నాన్న క్యాల్సీలో. x to the root అనేది ఉంటుంది, అలాంటి దాన్ని ఆప్షన్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. So did you get here how much we got it? 400. Is this not very simple to understand? So when the technique is not there, the people used to go for using this kind of a methodology. They used to go for using different techniques, and then they used to find out which is the optimum level. But with the help of these using the EOQ, I can able to know it, the how much every time I should make a order. So what is the best order it is saying? 400. And even in the Excel sheet also we got the same thing, Noma. In the Excel sheet also we got what? Optimum level is this one, we got it. So is it not best to go for using these kind of techniques? So that is what the EOQ technique is important. So it is going to give us the optimum level of output we have to order, and the best way of to minimize our price. So this is what the benefit of EOQ. I think it is very clear as of now.